Fossils are the only tangible evidence of life on Earth, so they're extremely important if we're to understand the history of life on Earth and how it evolved through a long period of time. We think that life began about 3,500 million years ago, and the earliest fossils that we know of are from the apex chert, and these are small microbial structures well less than a millimeter in size. And we have these specimens in the museum collections. They don't look particularly spectacular, but they are telling us that by 3.5 billion years ago there were creatures living on the Earth. Amongst the commonest fossils that you are likely to pick up if you go to places like Lyme Regis or Whitby are examples of this oyster called Gryphea, which is popularly known as the devil's toenail because of its curled shape. So not only is this very common, but this also tells us a lot about evolution. There's some classic studies done in the 1920s by Arthur Truman, and he traced different examples of Gryphea up through the rock record for 15 million years, and was able to show how they changed their shape through time. A particular group of fossils that are my favourites, because I've spent a long time doing research on them, are bryozoans. Here's an example of a bryozoan called Meteorabdotus. This is a scanning electron micrograph. It's a very high magnification picture. Meteorabdotus is an important bryozoan because it provides us with some of the best evidence for the theory of punctuated equilibrium. That means that through time, particular groups, instead of evolving very gradually from one species to another, in many cases they show periods when a species will remain exactly the same, then over quite a short geological time it will make a rapid transition to another species. A remarkable discovery was made in 1938 when a very strange fish was landed off South Africa. This is a fish that was later identified to be a coelacanth. Coelacanths are interesting because they're examples of what is known as a living fossil. Until that time in 1938 it was thought that coelacanths had been extinct for some 70 million years. This magnificent skull is called the Broken Hill Man skull, which was found in 1921 in Zambia. It's now classified as a species called Homo heidelbergensis, generally thought to be the last ancestor of modern man, Homo sapiens. A particular example is thought to be between 200,000 and 300,000 years old.